Hello and welcome to a new episode of Future of Business program. Today we are honored to welcome the inspiring figure in the world of entrepreneurship, the founder of Cseal, a company specialized in the oil and gas sector. Mr. Filipe, thank you for accepting our invitation and joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
First of all, we need to know more about you and how did your journey begin, particularly in the gas and oil sector?
I will give you a brief introduction. I'm Philip. I'm actually born in Russell, Cairo. I did my schooling here, did my engineering in India, did a master's in the UK, came back to the UAE, and I started in an American corporation in Jebel Ali. Worked there for 2 years. Moved to a French corporation in Jebel Ali. Worked there for 15 years as a procurement manager. And in 2019, I decided to leave and start my own business. Initially started with trading in oil and gas industry, products that were used in the oil and gas industry, not just in UAE, but worldwide. And in 2023, we started Cseal, which is a manufacturing company. And
it's your own company?
Yes, I'm one of the ones.
Yes, okay.
I have partners. And we have decided we made an LOI with ADNOC to start manufacturing in the UAE under the Make It in Emirates scheme. So now we've set it up. Here, we just started the factory. We're in the process of getting the approvals, government approvals, municipality, etc. And we will start production shortly. We are already supplying from our other factories in Netherlands, India, etc. But pretty soon we will be starting in the UAE to start manufacturing and supplying to the local markets.
That's good. Okay, maybe what are the key achievements that you are most proud of in this sector?
In this sector, we have, for instance, with what we are doing right now, we are bringing products to the UAE. It will be manufactured in UAE that nobody else is manufacturing at the moment in the UAE. So we are bringing specialized products. And it's not just for the UAE market. So we are hoping that by bringing these new products into this market, we will then be able to promote the UAE manufacturing globally as our main manufacturing base. This is our headquarters. Even though we have factories in other locations, this is our headquarters.
Yes.
And we want to promote UAE-made products globally, not just in the UAE. There's a lot of people come under the Make It in Emirates scheme just to sell in the UAE. We are expecting to be able to go through the entire global market with the products made in UAE.
Yes.
And preliminary analysis, it is possible. As far as we can see, it is possible.
And why you choose UAE to start your own business?
Well, two reasons. One is obviously sentimental because I was born here and I've spent most of my life in UAE. So for me, this is where I grew up, this is where I live.
Yes.
The second reason is obviously business. The UAE government promotes business quite well. The taxation rates are favorable. Even now, if you look at the latest tariffs that are coming from the US, the UAE has one of the lowest tariffs, right? So
yes.
It is advantageous for us to sell from the UAE.
Yes.
Looking at the market here, we have a lot of talent coming from a lot of countries. It's not a monolithic place. We have people from many nationalities who come to UAE and we can pick and choose what best suits our markets and our customers. So we are interacting in East. We have people from the East who can actually interact directly with customers from the East. If we are looking in the Middle East, we have Arabic-speaking people who can join the company and promote in that area. Europe, similar. So we have that talent pool is available in the UAE for us to promote our business globally.
Yeah.
Which might not be available in many other countries which are more homogeneous. So it's more homogeneous countries, it's more difficult to have this kind of setup. So that is our basic intention. Not to mention, Dubai time zone is very convenient for us, whether we go to the east or the west. we are within a 3 to 4 hour time difference between all these zones. So for our people, it's easy to interact with customers in any part of the globe. And Dubai is a business hub, just like Singapore or Hong Kong. Dubai is a business hub, so it's the perfect location. If you want to start in this part of the world, this is the perfect location to start.
Yes, perfect. Your business or your company is about oil and gas company, as we said before. Maybe what is the other services you're working on it right now?
See, we are basically into the manufacturing of industrial valves for oil and gas industry, right? But that's not the limit of what we do. We also provide services to chemicals. We provide services to desalination industry, power plants, food, medicine. Our products are basically used pretty much in all industries. In addition, we are looking at setting up service and inspection activities here to provide service in the local market for services and inspection. Especially, we are trying to bring in inspection capabilities that might not be currently available in the UAE. So we are trying to expand into that field, which will make us one of the few companies who have those facilities in the UAE.
Yes. If now we talk about the challenges, as we know, each business, it has a lot of challenges. Maybe what is the major challenges that you faced and how you overcame them?
See, the major challenges in this market specifically is this is a very cyclic market. Right? So the market cycles between very high level boom and then it goes down for a while. Challenge for every company that is based here is to make sure that you can survive. When the market goes down, you have to be able to survive. In our case, we have built our resilience on the fact that we are global. We sell in all markets, that's why I said we are looking at export market as well, not just the local market. It's more difficult if you're stuck in one location. If that market goes down, then you go down with it. So for us, we've expanded our markets globally. So a local up and down doesn't really affect us, but it does affect a lot of companies who are reliant on just the local market. We've tried to cover that in this way. Other than that, there are certain difficulties here. But for example, the costs here are slightly higher than other countries, but it is compensated in other ways, right? So if I'm going to, let's say, East Asian country, maybe the electricity charges are less, but then here I pay less corporate tax. So it's just weighing which one is better for you and which one is not. That's all it takes.
Yes, for sure. Now, if we discuss about the future of gas and oil industry, how do you see the oil and gas industry in the next 5 years?
See, for the next 5 years, the oil and gas industry will actually be booming. Even though the market says that everybody's moving to renewables and green energy and all that, but at the end of the day, it has not happened completely. There is a certain level of shift from oil and gas, but the demand is still increasing. Even though there is movement to remove oil and gas usage, the demand still keeps increasing. So for the next 5, especially with the number of projects coming up in oil and gas, for us, for the next 5 years, we expect the market to be still quite strong. We are not worried about that. Maybe in 10 or 15 years, we might be worried about oil and gas industry, but at the moment, I don't think we have much to worry.
What is the reason to be worried in the 10 years?
If there is a lot of transition from oil and gas, and especially because there's a lot of renewables and green energy transitions happening worldwide, there might be a cause for concern, right? Because demand might dip. But at the moment, demand is increasing. Even if you reduce consumption a little bit, demand is still increasing. So whatever the consumption reduction is already covered by the excess demand that's coming in.
Yes.
So at the moment, we are not worried. Maybe in 15 years' time, maybe everybody will move to nuclear energy or something. Maybe at that time, we will have to be worried. At the moment, we don't see a particular reason to be worried.
Mr. Rai, before we continue our conversation, let's watch this report prepared by our team and we come back.
This is one of the products that we make in the UAE. It's a double block and bleed rise-in plug valve. This is typically installed across airports, military bases, tank farms. We have them in the UAE in Abu Dhabi and Dubai airports. This contains some proprietary technology that we have patents for in the Netherlands. For example, we have this stem at the bottom we call a helix, which is precision machined and very important to the function of this valve, which gives them their high performance and durability in service, and why customers like ADNOC come back to us for these products time and time again for their reliability. Back there. So ADNOC are driving innovation. They've realized over the years that the industry has become quite stagnant. So to increase performance on all their operations, they're pushing back on the supply chain, manufacturers to innovate and come up with new technologies. Cseal has introduced this 3D printed stainless steel component, which is part of the seal of one of the valves, our control valves. This is a change from the traditional way of manufacturing, where it can take several months to produce these parts at very high cost. Our aim is to produce these parts, 3D print them, which we're doing locally in Dubai. And when it comes to replacements, you don't have to wait months. What you need is a 3D printer and a file. So we're trying to make things far more accessible for shutdowns, repairs, maintenance, and increase the reliability of the valves that are installed in service.
Welcome again. If we continue our conversation, does your company rely on modern technologies?
As a matter of fact, yes. We started our transition initially with making the company completely paperless. So
Yeah,
we have no
paper.
paperwork. Everything is digitized. All our documents are digitized, unless the specific government documents or something that we need to keep a hard copy. We have extensive use of technology to monitor our products,
Yes.
keep track of our customers, keep track of what was sold to our customers, keep track of their maintenance requirements, all that stuff. And we are currently in the process of creating a small language model, an AI, for predictive pricing. So when our customers need a price, we don't need people to actually make the price.
Sure,
so
yeah.
The AI will make the price for our customers. Right? And we are working on that right now, and we are expecting this year we will be able to implement it. It makes consistency with our customers much more easier. Plus, the AI doesn't sleep, so it's basically working 24/7.
Yes.
Right?
And how has this transformation impacted your work?
See, in a few ways. One, it increases the efficiency of the company, speed.
Yes.
Second, it reduces the workload on my staff. So people who are working for us have less work to actually, so they can concentrate on their main tasks instead of the small work that has to be done, administrative stuff. All that gets automatized, reduces the workload on the people. And number three, it actually helps us to reduce the cost of manufacturing in UAE, right? Because obviously, the more staff we have, the more expensive it gets, which might make this particular location uncompetitive because this is a more higher value market than going to East Asia or someplace like that where the salaries are lower. We have to find another way of making ourselves more competitive compared to our competitors in the East. So we try to manage it, but without impacting our quality or our service delivery.
Yes. And how do you keep up the rapid change in the global market?
See, we are constantly analyzing what's going on everywhere, not just in the UAE. We look at Asia, we look at Africa, we look at Europe, USA,
Yes.
and we target specific opportunities. So we have many portals and websites available online, which give us information on specific projects that are coming up, specific requirements that are coming up, and our people are constantly tracking what is happening.
Yes.
And if something is of interest to us, then we chase those. We don't go out and chase every job that comes in. We look after specific requirements in specific countries or specific end users, and we go after that. Right? So the requirements globally are changing all the time. This is not a new thing, right? Rapid changes globally are happening all the time. So today, a country might be concentrating on oil and gas. Tomorrow, they might be concentrating on chemicals. The day after tomorrow, they might be concentrating on desalination of water. It's our job to keep an eye on it, see what's coming up in the future, and react accordingly. It's not a spur of the moment thing. You cannot just decide today that this is what I'm going to do. You have to see it coming years, months in advance to see where you want to take your company in the future.
Yeah, and your experience is long in entrepreneurship. Maybe what advice you can give for new generations, for people they want to enter this field?
See, I will give a couple of bits of advice. One, you cannot give up.
Yes.
Right? This is not my first company. I have started companies, failed multiple times, then reached here. Right? It was not an easy journey. I didn't get up one day, just start a company and it became successful.
Yes.
Failure is part of the equation. Second thing, if you really want to get into entrepreneurship and to start your own company, you must be 100% committed. Forget 100, you have to be 110% committed. Right? It's not yet that level of self-confidence has to be there. And you have to be willing to take the risk to go after it. Otherwise, if you have even a little bit of doubt, it's probably not going to work. You must be 100% sure in yourself that you can make this happen. And even if you fail, you have the next company you start, you have to have the same confidence.
Yes.
Right? You cannot give up. That's basically what it is.
Very good. And how would you describe UAE as an environment of investment and business growth?
See, UAE is a great place for business growth and the environment, but you have to understand how the market works here. When you come to the UAE, you have to have a plan about what you are going to do, because the incentives given by the UAE are also given by other countries. Right? It might not be the same, it might be slightly different. So it is up to the person who's doing it to evaluate what you want. For my business, the UAE is fantastic. I would not consider moving anywhere else, because the incentives that the government here gives here are very beneficial for us. Right? The tax rates are excellent, the service availability is excellent, availability of raw material goods, everything is close by. So for us, it makes perfect sense for us to be here.
Yes.
Right? Especially people don't realize you can buy raw material from anywhere. But the main thing is you have ports that have regular services to deliver those raw materials here for you to manufacture. And the UAE has an excellent shipping network. So this regular availability of our material coming into the UAE is not a problem. There's ships available constantly, whether it's Abu Dhabi, whether it's Jebel Ali, whether it's Dubai, Sharjah, wherever. There's always shipping moving into the country, because this is a hub of shipping as well. It's a hub of air freight as well. So for us, if you understand what you want from the UAE and come here, it's the right market.
Okay. Finally, any final words or message would like to share with the leaders of UAE?
Okay, I was born in the UAE, so I'm very biased. The rulers of the UAE have done a fantastic job of bringing the UAE up from a resource extraction economy to a proper business economy. Right? For example, most of us, people like me, I am not trading in oil and gas. I am not digging up oil and gas. I am providing goods, engineered goods made in the UAE. Right? The economy is slowly shifting. There's a lot of changes. Digitization of almost everything. It's easier. And I think the rulers of the UAE are going down the right path. We just need to keep pushing this way forward. It's already a great country. It will just become a great one.
Mr. Philip, thank you for sharing with us your inspiring journey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dear audience, stay tuned for more success story. Thank you for watching. See you next time.